Good evening. Next on 7 News, growing political support to ban social media for children under 16. A multi-million-dollar spend to tackle the feral pig invasion. Early voting opens tomorrow for the Northern Tablelands by-election. An animal sanctuary bursting at the seams with surrendered Moree sheepdogs. And at 6:30, a teenager accused of a horror church stabbing faces new charges. And Donald Trump back in DC for the first time since the Capitol riots. Join the New England's best on 7 News in just a few minutes at 6. Kirstie will have your weekend weather too. See you soon.
This is 7 News, the voice of the New England.
Tonight, growing support to ban social media for children under 16. The cost of living bites as family pets are surrendered.
I'm Daniel Gibson. Later on this news hour, the alleged teen terrorist in court facing new riot charges and Facebook's bold plan to keep children offline.
7 News begins now.
Good evening. There's growing political support to ban social media for under 16s. It's shaping up to be a federal election issue, but has also sparked questions about how it would work in practice.
Keeping teens off their phones is a daily issue for many parents. James Carter, 7 News.
The New South Wales government today unveiled their $946 million budget to fight biosecurity threats. Of that, only 13 is being spent on feral pig programs. Farmers say while it's welcome, it's a drop in the ocean.
Threat after threat, each day the state's biosecurity is tested.
It's a very significant problem and it's something that we have to work on every single day.
Hamish Southwell, 7 News.
The number of domestic violence cases continue to climb across New South Wales and our own backyard. A local woman is using her own experience to offer support to people who are affected.
Kirstie grew up with domestic violence. At the age of 12, forced to clean up a horrific crime committed in her family home.
Early voting opens tomorrow in the Northern Tablelands by-election. 5 candidates have nominated to fill the vacancy created by Adam Marshall's resignation. The Nationals, Greens, Shooters and Fishers putting up contenders, with Labor choosing to sit this one out. 2 independents make up the field. Early voting closes on Friday the 21st of June, with election day booths opening from 8 a.m. the next day. Kirstie's here now with a look at today's weather, and Kirstie, a little overcast today.
Yeah, we did have grey skies around today, Reuben. Hello to you and good evening, everyone. It's also been quite a cool and wintry Friday across our northern inland. That cloud covered most of the state. It's also prevented temperatures from increasing too much today. Maximum sat around just the mid-teens, a couple of degrees below our June average. We've also seen scattered rainfall move through parts of the region for both Narrabri and Warrialda to the north. Inverell too, but also around the south, with Walker picking up about a millimetre. Winds were light, keeping that wind chill at bay. Tamworth reached 15 and 14 for Tenterfield. Some showers on the way tomorrow, clearing for Sunday though. I'll have our weekend forecast a little later on.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, Kirstie. Still to come in 7 News, a helping hand for farmers doing it tough, and students get a hands-on taste for a career in surveying.
And a little later on this news hour, police carry out raids across Western Sydney following a violent church riot. Facebook's owners roll out technology for Aussie kids to prove how old they are. Republicans show unity ahead of the US election. And the moment a car thief attempts to out-paddle police.
Three men have been charged over drug supply in the Moree area. Officers from Strikeforce Bullshark raided a home on Sullivan Place yesterday. They seized methamphetamine, a gel blaster pistol, cannabis, cash, fentanyl patches and a safe. A 56-year-old man has been charged with supply and possession of a prohibited drug, and 2 men aged 33 and 35 are facing charges including possession. All 3 will front court next month. Primary producers are feeling overworked, underappreciated and anxious. That's according to Australian charity Rural Aid. A survey of 18,000 members found 1 in 2 farmers believe their mental health has declined in the past year. 76% rated their mental health as poor, very poor or average. A range of factors are to blame, including fluctuating weather conditions and biosecurity threats. Rural Aid offers counselling to those within the agriculture sector.
A lot of the work that we do is via the phone, and it's still a very effective way of connecting with people and providing the support that they need.
Farmers are urged to become members of Rural Aid to access ongoing support. And if you or anyone you know needs support, you can also contact Lifeline on 13 11 14. There's a growing shortage of surveyors in our region. Students are being encouraged to take up the career by trying it out for a day.
Young minds measuring up a new career. Year 10 to 12 students getting a hands-on experience of surveying and learning just how important it is.
Still to come in 7 News, representative honours for 2 local rugby players and Motoring Majesty on show to help a local family in need.
Good evening. Tamworth Muay Thai champ Josh McCulloch will step into the ring for the biggest fight of his career tomorrow. The 23-year-old will take on the much-feared Jalil Barnes for the WBC Super Featherweight World title. It's fight number 30 for McCulloch, who's climbed the rankings with his knockout power and intense style. The title challenge will be at Portuguese Club in Sydney and will be live streamed. 2 girls from Corindai High have been selected in the New South Wales Country Girls team after smashing their performance at the state championships.
After a tough June-long weekend, playing in the New South Wales Junior State Championships with Central North, Scarlett Slade and Faith Green have been selected for the New South Wales Country Under-18s girls team.
It definitely means a lot. It's because it's definitely my pathway. That's where I'd love to go.
Still to come on 7 News, Kirstie has your weekend weather forecast. That's up next.
And in the national news now, just minutes away, social media companies to scan the faces of Aussie kids. Donald Trump's back in DC for the first time since the Capitol riots. And you'll see the moment a car thief tries to out-paddle police.
Tonight's weather report brought to you by Smartburn.
Good evening, everyone. Wet weather and large surf is forecast for our coastline this weekend. That's all thanks to a low pressure system swirling offshore. Within that system, we're seeing gusty winds, creating gusty conditions and pushing showers back onshore. Over inland New South Wales, we are expecting frosty mornings, cold temperatures and clearer skies. It will remain that way until about mid to late next week, though, when we could see the return of wet weather across the state. Now, the east coast and the far west are expecting most of the upcoming showers, but remaining relatively dry across the inland. We're not expecting any more than just a few light showers for the northern inland and the New England over the coming week. On to our weekend forecast now, though. Some early morning showers are possible with around 3 to 4 millimetres. Those showers easing from about midday, but mostly cloudy throughout the afternoon. Temperatures reaching the low to mid-teens through the west, just 12 degrees though for Glen Innes. Chilly air brought in from the south and southwest too, with winds around a top of just 10 degrees for Walker. On to Sunday, showers clearing to a mostly sunny day, but frost returning through parts of the morning with cool overnight lows. Corindai and Walgett dropping down to 4 degrees. Temperatures increasing across the day, though, jumping back to the high teens through parts of the Upper Hunter, including Murrurundi and Scone. But it's not likely to feel as warm, though. Our cool southwesterly winds returning and again affecting our wind chill factor. By Monday, temperatures will drop even further down to freezing for parts of the region overnight, and minimums returning to the low teens in Tamworth. Those winds could reach more than 30 kilometres an hour with even stronger wind gusts, but remaining sunny across our day. Looking ahead, temperatures are on a downward trend into early next week, dropping to 13 degrees on Tuesday. That will follow a little bit of scattered rain tomorrow, a more settled day on Sunday, Reuben.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kirstie. And that's your local news for tonight. You can catch up on our website or at 7plus. Right now, though, your national news.